topics because I'm not really sure. I'm waiting. They said she was here. Am I tripping?
Yeah, I saw that said that she joined.
Yeah, I sent the invite. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into these topics. If she comes through, then we'll bring her back in. So here we are. We in the bucket. Here we go, baby. Please understand this podcast is not scripted. It's very real, authentic. So please understand that it's raw. So if you don't like, a few cuss words, you can just scroll on. This ain't the podcast for you. Period. But anyway, we don't come up with the topics. RMF comes up with the topics. So please understand that this is stuff that my family has put in this bucket, and we're here to talk about it. If we can talk about it, if not, we'll put it back in the bucket and get somebody up here that can talk about the topic. Here comes Tasha. Okay, perfect. Hi, Tosh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear
you. Okay. Hey, no, y'all will not. Go outside. Stop. Hold on. Let me get some Yeah, y'all better go hurry up expeditiously to go outside.
Don't worry about it. This is RML. You good? Are you?
Go ahead, I'm ready.
Okay. So remember when
they
everybody move down so everybody can be heard without our background. You got a echo, I think. How you feeling today? Oh, well, she's on the move. What up, CJ? What up? It was just an hour earlier. I'm not understanding. How you feeling today?
I'm doing great. How's everybody? Hi, Brittany.
I'm good. Okay. Here we go. First when you are married into the family and they always calling your spouse for help. When you are married into a family and they are always calling your spouse for help. That is the first subject. I think quite a few of us has been married on a panel. Tasha, you got an echo or something. So
I know I'm trying to turn it down.
So that's the first topic. When you are married into the family and they always call your spouse for help. Tasha, go ahead and take it. You already
well, in-laws is just like kids. They're nerve-wracking. You know what I'm saying? It's a bittersweet taste. You know what I'm saying? You gotta accept the good with the bad. When you marry somebody, you marry all of them. Every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? The mothers, the grandmothers, the cousins, you just marrying everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's sometimes some families is good, sometimes some families is bad. But it just depends on how you pull the rope. You know what I'm saying? Because you can pull it and device it, you can pull it and do this and that. If you married into it and you got kids with it, regardless, you got to deal with them people for the rest of your life. If y'all don't have no other belongings together but just the marriage, you know what I'm saying? If that don't last that long, when y'all break up, you might have some that you're still close with. You might not have none that you're close with if it ends. You know what I'm saying? And then you might get some that you know what I'm saying, form a good bond with. You know what I'm saying? It's just like our relationship is. It's good and it's messy, it's tangly. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything. But if they was calling on that person before you got married, just because you said I do, don't mean it's gonna stop. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that they was doing before you said I do to this person, they're gonna still continue to do. You can come in with your significant other and be like, let's talk about it. But at the end of the day, you already knew what you was getting into before then. People kill me. When you see something and you know how it is from the beginning, if you don't work on it before then, you can't come in and then try to be like, oh, just because I'm your wife now, I'm going to do this. Or just because I'm your husband now, you got to stop this. You knew that beforehand. So if you didn't like it before you said I do, it ain't going to change just because you said I do. You know what I'm saying? Marriage don't make things change like that. You know what I'm saying? It just adds another little title to it, a little bit more responsibility. That's you know what I'm saying. Just comes in with it. But if they was messy and calling for rent money, electric money, and all of this stuff before you said I do, trust me, when you say I do, they still gonna call for rent, gas, electric, and all of that because that's what they was used to doing. That person didn't set the boundaries. That you know what I'm saying. That has nothing really to do with you. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not boundarying you, but you have to let that significant other know, like, hey, that extra what you call it, because you was single then, you weren't doing that. Now you got another eye in your team. You know what I'm saying? We a team now. So there's things that we need to discuss. We have to talk about you giving $5,000 to cousin Pookie because he just messing up. No, sir. Let's talk about it. We could have did more other things for us, but it just don't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? People, when just because you say I do, some people use it as they got authority. I mean, you just married the person you love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just made it official. It comes with a little bit more headache than people. Yeah, marriage is a good thing, but it comes with some extra string headaches than just being boyfriend and girlfriend. It comes with a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more entitlement, a little bit more sharing, a little bit more caring, because now that person can go to your bank and access your stuff because that's your significant other. You know what I'm saying? As your boyfriend, you don't got no rights to that. As your husband, now the bank gonna be like, okay, that's his wife, that's his husband. So it's just different. But just be mindful. And at the end of the day, whether you stay or you go, them people still gonna be them people's family. So just be mindful of the things that you expect and you say. It's mess in every relationship. So I experienced that firsthand.
I say this to that. I say that as a married couple, I think once I get married to you, I believe finances should be talked about before. I don't care what you was doing. Mute down, Tasha. I don't care what you was doing before I said I do. I think anything that's going to affect me and you, our bank account, our income, I think that should be ran past the wife and the husband. However, I understand that these are your family members and all of that. I knew what it was before I even got with you, but I didn't marry your family. I don't care what you're talking about. So I don't believe in that. I married you. I'm committed to you. That's just like if somebody in my family call, I feel like, hey, such and such call, is it okay? Do we have enough? I'm gonna make sure our home is taken care of first before we have extra. That's where I stand on that. I don't see a problem with you helping your family, but I feel like as a husband and a wife, or wife and wife, or husband and husband, I think you need to communicate. Yes, I'm not married to your family. I don't give a damn what goes on with Aunt Petey and Uncle Tom. I don't care. That's not my business. And I understand that you that loved one, that you've been taking care of the family, you've been doing that, but communication is key when it comes to finances or doing anything. You know what I'm saying? How you know I ain't got nothing planned? Just say somebody say, "Oh, can you run me to the doctor?" I feel like they should respect you enough and say, "Hey, a couple of days out or 2 weeks out, hey, is it okay? Can you take me to the doctor at 3 o'clock?" And you being the significant other, "Hey, baby, do we have anything planned?" You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, you're married to me and I'm married to you, and that way, communication is a strong thing in marriages, and that's where a lot of people fail. It's not just you and it's my money and I work for it, I can do what I want. That you do, but you said I do to me, so we gonna run this shit by each other just out of respect. That way it's not no misunderstandings in our home. I don't want to have an argument because I'm taking money outside our home and you notice in the account. I don't want to have to explain that. I feel like if I'm open to you, you already know, okay, $300 went over to such and such. They're going to give it back to us. And then when that stuff come back, you show them, hey, this came back to our account. It's all about communication with me. I don't care nothing about the families. I don't care about none of that. Communicate, and I'm gonna communicate in finances and households and whatever we need to get taken care of. That's just period. Everything needs to be ran by that husband. By them significant others. I don't care what nobody's, and that's my stance on that. Go ahead, Leela. Let me mute.
Okay. That situation for me is tough because, like you were saying, like you and Tasha were saying, if I'm married, that means we're family. I have to leave behind everybody else. I have to communicate with my husband and let him know, well, this family member want to do this. If he says no, I can't go against that. I can't go against what he says because he's the head of my house. So if push comes to shove and my spouse is doing all this for his family, that means that I'm coming second. I'm not first. And I need to be first, especially if I'm your wife. I should be first because I said I do to you. I took those vows with you. If you wanted to be married to your family, you should have stayed with your family. You shouldn't have got married to me. But I understand that communication is very, very important. You have to communicate. If you don't communicate, things can go left real fast. I've had my sister-in-law, well, she is an ex-sister-in-law, but she's still my sister. Her and my brother, they in a marriage 10, 11 years, and she has her own business. So she would take money out. The thing is, she would take the money out, but she would put it right back in. He had a problem with that because he felt like he was putting more money in than she was, but that wasn't the case. I feel like if she put it back in and you didn't get a chance to miss it, what you fussing about it for? Why are you worried about it if she put it back in there? It ain't like she took it out and then just didn't say anything about it. She told you about it. So you divorced her over money. A lot of relationships can be mended if you communicate. A lot of relationships dealing with finances can be mended if you communicate. I mean, when you die, you ain't gonna take the money with you. Either way it goes. So why not be on the same page with each other about your finances, about your family members and everything else? That way everything works out in order in the end. That's it. That's all I got.
What up, B? What you got for us?
I don't got nothing. I didn't have that type of experience where the family was continuously calling and asking and doing. So I can't really speak to that. But I agree with what you said. It's all about communication. And also what Tasha said, what a person doing before the marriage, they're gonna keep doing. Like, so you have to be real with yourself and know who you married, the type of person that they are. You can't expect a person to change because you married them. Because just because we said I do, they should have been changing before that anyway. And so not you can't get married and think that, oh well, I'm his wife, so he gonna stop doing this and he gonna stop doing that. Again, I didn't have those experiences, so I can't really speak to it. I do think communication is the key to success with anything. So people have to learn how to have honest communication. Um, and that's it. I don't really have nothing to say on this one.
Okay. So in conclusion, Tasha.
In conclusion, marriage is a strong ship. It can be a weak ship too, but it's a strong ship. And I believe that it's three people in a relationship, period. God first, the man and the woman. And no matter who comes in, who does what you didn't do, what you didn't change, whatever you did, when you stand before that oath and you let God be first in your marriage, and because life is going life no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be perfect. Marriage ain't perfect. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Some marriages is, some relationships is. That don't make it just nothing just because it's a marriage. It's gonna come with its messy days. It's gonna come with its good days. But I learned something when I was married. Never seemed like it was a day where it was a 50-50 or everybody was giving 100%. You're not gonna get 100% out of somebody every day. You ain't gonna give your 100% every day. So that day you might give 75% and he might only give 10. Or that day you might give 250 and she only giving 50. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a balance. Balance it out. Make it work. But at the end of the day, when you say I do to a person, make sure that y'all union is strong enough for y'all to withstand anything. Because if y'all got messy family members and stuff like that, and the devil works even in the family, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to see nobody happy. So just take it. If you do that and that's what you believe in, then make it work. Fight for it. It's easy as hell to get somebody to say I do. It's easy as hell to get somebody else. But when you do that, you gotta put a little bit strong more effort into it, because you gotta work harder to keep it spunkified, extra this and extra this. And if you got extra messy family members on top of you trying to keep the spark and the spazzazzle up in your marriage, honey, that's a whole lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that work just don't pay off in the end. So just don't exhaust something good from the beginning, trying to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you're stretching yourself too thin. Just be mindful of the person that you say I do with, and y'all work as a team. Communicate, but always put it out there.
Conclusion, communicate. What you got, Leela? Communicate, and just be honest with one another, and don't let your outside family, like everybody say, your family gonna be your family. They'll still be there. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But the family you create, that's what should matter first. And please understand that, whether it's blended family or you guys got kids together or whatever, take care of your home first, and then you can take care of everybody else. And that's my sense on that. What you got, Leela, in conclusion?
In conclusion, just know who you getting with before you say I do. Because if they act like this before y'all get married, and then when you get married and you still going through the same thing, that's your choice. That was your choice to be in that. Just know who they are, know where their finances is, know where their credit is, know how they treat their family. If they have a certain leeway to their family to where they know how to cut them off, then just let it be that. You have to get to know somebody before you say I do to it. Because I've been there. I married a guy, and I was married in 6 months and divorced within 6 months. And the only reason why I married him from my choice was because of where he was working at, the insurance. But he wasn't the one for me. So that was a choice that I had to make. That was a choice that I did. I made the wrong choice on that because he wasn't the one for me. Just know who you getting with before you say I do. That's it.
Brittany, you got some in conclusion to this topic, or you? So that wraps up this topic. Next topic, please. Yeah, that topic was when you married into a family and they always calling your spouse. So that was that topic. Second topic, be back into the bowl. I hope everybody's doing good down there in the comment section. Yes. Next topic. Good morning, y'all. Let's go. Parents that try to be friends with their kids. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. Let's see. We started. Layla, start this out. What you got? Parents that try to be friends with their kids.
To start this one off, I say it starts off with guilt because I've been there. It felt like it was, for me, it felt like guilt. Like I want my child to just like me, even if I tell her, if I say yes to everything. But I'm not going to say yes to everything because you don't need everything. Everything is not essential. Don't be your child's friend. Be their parent. They need parents. They don't need friends. They have enough friends out here in this world to do whatever they want to do with. But they got to have structure. They got to have order. And if you can't be that parent that they need, they're going to try to find it somewhere else within somebody else. Just don't be their friend. Just don't be their friend. I can't stress it enough because I've had to teach myself. I had to learn from myself because my child is a manipulator. Yes, she is. She would try to pull on my heartstrings, and I have to just stand still and just say, no, it is what it is. I don't care how mad you get. You can have an attitude. It don't matter to me. I'm still going to love you. But I'm not your friend. I am your mother. I birthed you. I pushed you out. Nobody else did. So just don't be their friend. Love them. Show them the right way. Give them to God. And let them go on.
What you got, B?
I don't know if I agree with that. So I feel like with my child, she's younger, right? So that's my daughter, that's my baby. I'm her mama. I'm gonna tell her right from wrong, good, bad, whatever. But at the same time, that's my little best friend, right? But I think there's a line. Like we're friends. You can come to me. You can talk to me about anything. I'm not your friend. You can't talk to me any kind of way. You can't play with me. You're not going to disrespect me. But I feel like I am my baby's friend. And I want my baby to always feel like I am her friend in the sense where we can talk. She can come to me about anything. It's not and everybody, so I think everybody just looks at it differently. Like, I'm not your friend. We're not going to be drinking and smoking and doing stuff
Right.
together, and where it's disrespect when you don't know the lines. However, how I feel on today, again, she's only 4, but I do feel like that's my baby, and I always want to be very close with my child, which we have a friendship in a manner where I'm always going to be there, and I'm who you can come to at any time for anything, and who gonna always have your back, not these little friends who you be thinking your friends in the streets. So I think that maybe it just depends on the relationship and how you parent. And as long as there, again, is clear communication and understanding of what's what and what ain't, and what you ain't gonna deal with it, what you ain't gonna do, what you ain't gonna tolerate, then I think it would be fine. But again, I think it depends on the parent and the child and the type of relationship that you have. Um, but from day one, Brielle, no, she can't play with me. She be trying though, because she's still young, but um I know my mama would always say that I ain't your little friend. I ain't one of your little friends. But I think as your children get older, you do become friends with your children. Like, you have a friendship, you have a good relationship, and maybe some people just still look at that as mother, daughter, father, son, whatever. But for me, I do want my child to feel like I'm her mama and her friend, and she could come to me about anything. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. Now, when she get a little older, I don't know. But I mean, I'm gonna always be mama first, and that's just it. But I just do think that for me, for us, that's how we roll. That's how it's gonna be. But it's always a respect thing. Like,
Right.
I ain't your friend where you could talk to me any kind of way. Ain't gonna be no disrespect, but yeah, we can talk and it's open. But that's with parenting. I just feel like as a parent, there has to be a friendship, but there just has to be clear communication on what's what and what ain't. So,
Okay. And understand. So I love it when you started off. You was like, "Well, I don't agree with that." Please understand, we ain't gonna agree with everyone. That's why we regular real, because everybody gonna
yeah,
see different opinions. Now,
yeah.
here's my stance on that. I ain't that motherfucker's friend. Period. I got a teenager. He's 17. He works for nurse. I love him dearly. But baby, see, she's dealing with a 4-year-old. I'm dealing with a
See, and that's what I
17-year-old.
said.
As
She's
time
4.
grows, she gonna get to that point too. Look
Right.
here. Leave me alone. I'm not about to play with you. I believe, like you said, it's a parenting thing. He knows when, he knows where. He knows, I love him, but yeah, you're not going to talk to me like you talk to them people on that game. You're not going to be hollering. You're not going to do none of that. I think that's that friend stuff. But no, when it comes to mama, it's a respect thing. But at the same time, yes, Brittany, I understand that part too. He knows if you call me, I'm there. If you need something, I'm there. But it's a boundary. It's a boundary. It's just like everybody heard that growing up. I ain't your friend. Your mama already told you I ain't your friend. Don't talk to me. And I catch my son. Boy, don't be coming out that room hollering like that. I ain't one of them little friends. I catch myself all the time because my son is a gamer. So he stay on that thing hollering and screaming. And then when he come out here wanting something, sir, tone it down. I'm the mother. You got me twisted. Or whatever the case may be. So it just depends on the level. But at the end of the day, yes, it's a little friendship there. But baby, I'm mama all the way. Your daddy's daddy all the way, and we're gonna need you to tone it down. And as they become teenagers, you go into a different era. So yes, that's my stance on that. I love him dearly, but yeah, he knows he can talk to me about anything. I'm always be a parent, but at the same time, yeah, we have our little fun. We we go out shopping and stuff. He might want to sit up and talk about, it's open communication over here, so he might want to sit and talk about his little friend or whatever. But they're to each their own. But at the end of the day, even when you have those kind of conversations with me, let's keep it let's keep it respectful. Because you're not gonna talk to me like you talk to the homeboys. That's just that on that. So that's my stance on, yeah, I'm always gonna be his friend. I'm gonna be his friend to the end. You're absolutely correct about that. But honey, he a teenager, honey. I can get out of control, but B, that's okay. That's okay. You'll see. You'll be calling me in 10 years, B, and I'm like, What up, Tasha? What you got on the subject? Because we got teenagers on this side. So watch this.
Fuck them. Let me tell you. Fuck them all.
Period. See? Different strokes.
Listen.
Folks.
Different strokes for different folks. You can give your best to these motherfuckers and they still gonna be unappreciative. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they get to doing extra shit and they get to thinking, see, I got these grown fake ass adults over here. That's a whole different lifestyle. When I say a whole different lifestyle, I mean a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? They want to be them ones where they grown and shit. They want to holler, I'm grown. But then come, mom, I need, oh hell no, I thought you was just grown, remember? You know what I'm saying? So I tell my kids all the time, pick and choose your battles. Do you want to be grown as hell or do you want to be a baby? You want me to still be breastfeeding or is you grown as hell? Just because you was over there doing a hanky-panky don't make you grown. You know what I'm saying? Then you still got to come calling home. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you no bad parent. You know what I'm saying? One kid is spoiled. One kid you too strict on. One kid you shit. He just fucking. It ain't like you don't give a fuck about him, but they just slip through because you be exhausted. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you was doing with your stuff. Then I fucked up some shit along the way. I got too many of them, so fuck them all. That's how I feel about it. They do too much. You know what I'm saying? It's just way too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You can't please them all. And you can't please society. Everybody got an opinion just like they got, a butthole. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna say, hey, you're too nice. Some people gonna say, hey, you're too friendly. This is my advice. And yeah. So listen, you do the best job you can with what God made you fit first. My only thing that I ask everybody not to do, if you know when you was growing up, something traumatized you as a kid, just don't do it back to your kids. We supposed to get better. You know what I'm saying? Each time. So I had a chance to mess up one totally to the wheels fall off. Then with the next one, I got a little bit better. The next one, I learned how to understand. The other one, I had patience. Because that first one, if you don't sit down, what is you doing? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? I had no patience. And then they be like, the last one, they be like, oh, he just got away with just pure murder. Because you just lovable and just all understanding with him. Well, I fucked up with y'all, so I wanted him to be just a little bit better than what I see y'all doing. So you learn as you go, right? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. But it's okay for Brittany to be Princess's best friend. Hell, we having tea parties around this motherfucker. You supposed to do that. Right. What's wrong with that? But it's a balance. I'm talking about that grown friendship to where you coming in there and you talking that shit that you ain't supposed, because all conversations that parents have and people have ain't for kids. That's the first thing we got to learn as far as friendship wise. Not every conversation you have is for your kids to know anything about. So as long as you know the balance, then you're good. We're going to mess up. Parenting doesn't come with no guidebook. It comes with, bam, I got this baby. It's hungry, and now you want me to take care of it for the rest of my life. Who told you that this shit I wanted to participate with? I didn't know. So I'm just telling you, be careful what you been doing. Because the shit comes with life consequences. And they ain't really going nowhere. Guess what? The IRS can give you a certain amount of time for you to claim them on your taxes. But as long as you on this earth, you ain't got no expiration date on when you're supposed to be a mom or a dad. It goes as long as God got breath in you, you still a mom. You still a dad. So guess what? Just because they grown, them motherfuckers, it's like you got to raise all over again. You got to teach them. You can escort them all because they go through emotional balances. Everybody want to think they hip. Everybody think they know this. Everybody got these. See, I got more boys than I got girls around here. So I be kind of upset with the way these girls be coming to my kids. I'm like, where your mama at? Where is she? Let's get her ass over here. Because now I want to beat her up for giving birth to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just some of that. So just be mindful that at the end of the day, what we resort to be somebody else's Somebody else will have an opinion about how you did as a parent. And from what I'm seeing out here, we got work to do. That's all I'm gonna say. Lots of work.
So in conclusion, Tasha, in conclusion,
Fuck them.
hey, baby, I see somebody in the comment section. You don't smoke and drink with your kids. I don't know a real adult, a real parent that's gonna sit there and smoke and drink with their teenage kids or their 20-year-old kids. I'm not with that shit. I didn't do it with my parents, and I promise you, when my mother found out I was drinking and smoking, I told you I would go outside. She would never know. My stuff was in a cup. Even when I go to this, my family, my stuff is in a cup. They would never know what I'm drinking. That's just respect. So no, I'm not that parent that's gonna never get down with mines. Not never. So yeah, to each their own. No, I'm not here to judge nobody, but I did see that comment. Leela, what you got in conclusion?
In conclusion, because mine is 13, so
Yeah.
she's up there in age.
Yeah.
Just love on them.
Yeah.
Because kids go through a lot these days. They have a lot that's going on. And just love on them. I mean, not saying that you're getting to the point to where, yes, that's my baby, that's my friend, that's my only one, but at the same time, I'm a mama before anything. So if anything is going on, anything that's bothering you, you can always come to me. Sometimes you can't go to your friends, that you have to come to your mama
Right.
or your daddy. So I mean, just love on them, love on your kids. That's about it.
Yeah, Kimmy, D calls me twin. I don't know where that word came from, but twin. He don't say BFF. He calls me twin. But what you got in conclusion, B?
I think that you need to do what's best for you in your home. What works for Tasha, Leela, or V won't work for me, right? And it's nothing against them. Whatever works for them is what they should do. We should not try to emulate what anyone else does. Everybody has different children who have different personalities, and you have to do what works for your child. You do have to have open, honest communication with your children and set boundaries and know, like, yeah, we can talk and joke, but don't disrespect me and don't play with me
That
because
part.
I'll clear you. Okay. Okay. And in the meantime, I think, in addition to that, we need to break generational curses. I think someone said something about trauma from your childhood. We need to try to work on breaking generational curses, but also not creating new ones for our babies. And with love and honest communication, and most importantly, probably healing ourselves, I think that that'll work. But all in all, we can't try to do what other people do, and that's just it. What worked for me not gonna work for others, and
Right.
you can't feel bad. Like, I don't feel no kind of way. Some people may have had been in their feelings because I'm like, oh, I don't agree with that.
Right.
It's okay,
No.
because this my baby, and them y'all kids, right? So everybody just got to do what works for them and not feel no way. If you solid in what you're doing with your child, do what's best for your child in your home.
Absolutely.
That's my conclusion.
And that concludes parents that try to be friends with their kids. To each their own. Your
That's
baby,
it.
raise them how you want to. Next subject. Oh, this is tight. What is this? The thought of having a relationship. Is people in love with the fact of having a relationship, or do people really want to be in relationships, or is it just the thought of having somebody there? Is it the thought of the pictures on Facebook, Instagram, or taking the trips and all of that? Or do they really want to go through the struggles of really having a relationship? That is the question.
I'll go.
Oh, you taking it? Pop then, B.
So I can't say what people want, because I don't know what these people want. Them
Right.
crazy as hell. I can't speak for nobody. I can say that it could be several different things. Like, people may want to be in a relationship. People don't want to be by themselves. Some people be lonely and they just accept anything. People see things on social media and it's all glammed up and it looks great. It looks like, oh, they're so in love. I want that. But it takes work. It takes work. Just because somebody posts a picture and they can put some pictures and a video together, yeah, it look good. But what they doing at home and what they going through, not saying that they're miserable, but it takes work. It takes communication. People be changing. Women have mood swings, be PMSing. The older you get, listen, y'all want to talk about it? Listen, it's different. Like the older you get, I'm like, where these mood swings come from, right? So you have to deal with all of these things, the pressures of the world, right? So if you have a man and a woman in a relationship, I work, he work, right? Everybody, you got to deal with work. You got to deal with family. You got to deal with bills. You got to deal with kids. You got to deal with the pressures of your job. There are so many different things that can shift your mood, shift your attitude, shift how you look at things, right? So this is a constant thing. Like a relationship is a great thing if you have two partners that love each other and we on the same page with the same goals. But if we not, and even then, it still is hard. Like it's not easy. Like being in a relationship with someone is not an easy thing. It can be a great thing if y'all on the same page and y'all both want this shit to work, but it don't make it easy. I think that people need to, again, worry about themselves, focus on themselves. You cannot be looking like people be like, oh, those are goals, relationship goals, and goals this and goals that. And you don't know what these people going through. Or eventually when they fall out, then what they do, run their mouth and they telling everything. Oh, he stank. He don't clean up. He don't do this. He don't do that. Or she do this and she's a whore. And all of these come out, these things come out, and then you see like, oh, what glitters really ain't gold. You gotta just focus on you. And if you want to be in a relationship, why? What you want to be in a relationship for? Like you have to think about those things. What can you bring to the table? Are you doing this because you just don't want to be by yourself? Are you doing this because you want someone to spend your forevers with and take trips and, explore the world and grow? Like there's different reasons. Some people may do it for the finances, the status. Like people be users. People just want to have somebody they can have sex with. Like there are so many different things. But I think that before people get in a relationship, they have to really think about like, is this really what I want? And you can't just jump into no relationship either. You got to date. You got to know these people because let me tell you something. These people be masking who they really are. Give them a little time. Give them a little time because in the beginning, it be great. And then you find out these motherfuckers crazy as a Bessie bug. Listen, these people be crazy as fuck. Got all these traumatic issues and shit that they ain't healing. Who want to deal with that? But then you done already opened up and they can sex you good. And then you get wrapped up into something because they do you right and you don't know how to let go because they do you real good. But they crazy as a motherfucker, but you're stuck because they done did you better than anybody else. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. But see, relationships are they just not easy, but I feel like it can be the best thing. Like it's a great thing to have a partner that loves you and y'all can grow and explore the world. And when you have a bad day, you can vent and he can just make everything better. It's beautiful, but it takes work. This shit ain't easy. It takes work, and you just cannot go off of what you see on those social media. You don't even be knowing these people. Like y'all don't know me, right? I'm just talking and I could be lying. Who knows, right? You don't know people and you have to do what's best for you. 24/7, you got to do what's best for you. You cannot be moved by what people see. Yeah, it could be, oh, okay, I want that. But you got to get to know the person you dating because I'm telling you, just like we talk about the things we done went through, men have gone through some stuff. And I feel like some men, maybe a little bit more now because like therapy and healing is the talk of social media. So more people are looking to do those things, but people be messed up, and you gotta know, do you want to deal with that? Do you want to deal with a man who broken and not healed? So I don't know, y'all. I just be talking, running my mouth. I don't know. I just know that what these folks be posting, some people be having good, happy relationships and be healthy, and some people don't. But you have to do what's best for you, and you cannot allow social media to move you to feel like, oh, I'm missing out because I don't got what they got. And this lady getting her ass beat and she ain't happy and he fucking giving her all these diseases. Like, you just don't know what's going on behind closed doors. That's why you got to mind your business and do what's best for you. And that's it.
I agree. What you got, Tasha?
Well, it's one of those questions that comes with the truth. How bad do you really want it? You know what I'm saying? Or what is it that you want? And what is you looking for? Because here's the thing. Brittany's Facebook page ain't my real life. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm going by on what's going on in Brittany's life, that's not my life. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to come and be nurturing, and you have to be willing. And these mass disguises. I say, you know what I'm saying? Don't show me you 12 months from now. Give me the real you from the beginning. If you messed up from the beginning, don't make no conclusion and assumptions. Don't be nigger rigging me. Be yourself who you is from the damn beginning. If you messed up, let me know you messed up from day one. You know what I'm saying? Don't be giving me because I'm just saying I like to play. So bring the playing on. We can get that started first. Because at the end of the day, I didn't put you didn't fake and come along with assumptions, and you raggedy too. Let's talk. No, fuck that. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? No, ma'am. It got to be a punchline with the honesty of what you really looking for. Yeah, love is a great thing. Being with somebody is excellent. You know what I'm saying? It's great if you meet that person. But it's so much deceit out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get what they so damn hungry and thirsty out here. Like it's like a ball fest and everybody's saying, put me in the game, coach. And everybody losing the bet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a better. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pick, you gotta make the right choice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta probably do a better players over here on this team. Or this team, you know what I'm saying? You might have to get the coaches and the RBIs or some shit like that. You got to mix it up, but you got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know what you're looking for. If you want to be passionate and you want to rebirth and some stuff like that, I had too many kids. I ain't doing that. I don't want to nurture, rebirth, be patient, and all of that stuff with nobody who's not giving it to me. I just ain't one of those people. I ain't about to sit here and be like, oh, well, we can work on it and I'm going to help him build this and I'm going to be that. I'm not. I'm being up front and up close with you, period. Come with what you're supposed to come with from the beginning. And that's it. Because any extra that I got to put in time and effort into, like I didn't raise all of these ones over here, I ain't got that to do. I'm exhausted. If I got to raise you at 46, well, guess what? Call me a deadbeat. I'm done. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the responsibility of nobody else's roles, nobody's nothing. And if I got to sit there and be something else for somebody else just to have something, you ain't got to. The biggest of the biggest and everybody else. Everybody wants something. Somebody got to trust me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard to just get something. If you want more to it, then put a little effort into it. But just be real with yourself and real with that person. If you're not looking for the long haul jeopardy, like I want to see what you're working with first. I want to see what you can offer. What the hell is you bringing to the table for me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want me to do all of this. Why? What you want me to do all that for? Why am I putting all of this strenuous effort into something that's going to last 5 minutes? No. I didn't shit. By the time I get to the real person, I'm exhausted because I done gave all of these other people 110%. And then when I get to the good one, I only want to give him 2% because I done wasted all this time over here with somebody acting like they was somebody until I let them move in. Now I gotta put him out then. Gotta put the Nina in the pocket and go on and just be all kinds of rough stuff out here. Just be honest. Just don't mislead nobody. Misleading gets people hurt. People's feelings out here, this is real life people are dealing with. Some people don't know love. Some people have not been loved. Some people don't have understanding. Some people don't have peace. Some people are too needy. Some people are too clingy. What is it that you want? You can tell that from the beginning. Like if that person ain't your type, don't stay alone because she got a Benz or she got a perfect credit score. You can get some shit off of her. Move on. Cause you don't like the good girl with the perfect credit score. You like that one that's at the bar that's about to turn up and come flatten your tire and bust out your window. That's who you like. But you over here making perfect score over here's life, playing with her emotions while you going over here to get your windows busted. In her shit. Just go on and just be honest with life. Just be yourself. Everybody be happy. Everybody want love. But just be honest. And don't be misleading nobody. Cause boy, especially if you get small and raggedy as shit with no penis, we ain't got time for that shit neither.
I
In
say this,
conclusion.
I say every good relationship done been through a whole bunch of shit. That's why it's a good relationship. So while you looking at the pictures and the photos and you see the years and the years and the years, them people done been through everything under the sun, and they loved each other enough to stay around, stick around, make it through, and this is the outcome. That's how I look at and view people that's been married. You're talking 20 plus years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Relationships that have been going on for 10 years, 12 years. And my thing of it is ain't nobody perfect. So yeah, you got 30 years married, but baby, some of them people done been hurt, cheated on, cried on. People got families on the other side of town, all of that stuff. But those two individuals said we gonna make this work. So somebody had a good heart, baby. Somebody been forgiven for some years and years and years, and they just done made it past. So you gotta understand that when you looking out here for these relationships, you're gonna go through everything under the sun. I don't know what you thought, and if you thought you was about to go find the perfect individual, you're not. You're not. You just have to pick and choose your battles when it comes to this date. And like I always date, honey. Date. Date. Don't be stuck and don't be stuck on stupid and all that old stuff. I didn't say do it. I said date. That's two different things. And a lot of people, y'all just go overboard. Okay, oh, he likes me. He called me 2 or 3 days in a row. And now you're at the local hotel, and now you done gave it up, and now you're out of control because now you seeing somebody else up under his post now because it's social media now. You see a chick under his post, now you flip it out. Why you flip it out? Lady, I told you to date. Get to know who you are. If you know who you are, you'll know the signs, you'll know the red flags when a motherfucker come to you with that conversation. That's how I feel. And that goes for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But every good relationship, people that have been together years and years and years, honey, they done been through hell and back together. And that's why they have made it. Because they genuinely love each other from the bottom of their heart, and they refuse to let people, family members, loved ones, even the kids come in between what they have built and their foundation. Their foundation is solid. You can't touch it. Yeah, but they done been through some shit. You best believe that. What you got, Lila?
You first have to have a relationship with yourself. If you don't like yourself, you don't love yourself, you can't be in a relationship with somebody else. Um, you got to have a relationship with God. God is the foundation of all of it. Because for us women, because I know me, I know how I am. I know how I was. Yes, some of the relationships that I was in, I did it because I was lonely. But at some point in time, I'm not lonely. You know, I like being by myself. I enjoy being by myself. Now, if a relationship comes along, I know how to go to God and say, "Well, God, is this what I need to do? Is this the right direction I need to go in?" Because at one point I didn't ask God those questions. I just did it on my own. And I have grandparents. Well, my grandparents, they've been dead some time, but 73 years they were married. My granddaddy had outside kids. When my grandmother, she was a true trooper. She took care of those kids. She didn't ask no questions. She didn't get mad or anything. But they still stayed together because they loved each other. Their bond and the things that they built together was what I'm looking for. Not saying that I want them to have all those outside kids or things like that, but at the same time, I want that relationship that they had. 73 years with one person. 73 years. And then when one of them passed, because usually like if one passed, the other one is lonely and they miss them, so they go on and pass on too. But their love was genuine. Their love was real. Their love had God in it. Like it was amazing to me. And I want a relationship like that. I'm not in a rush. I'm 39 years old, but I'm not in a rush for a relationship because I know I'm not ready. When I'm ready, God gonna tell me that I'm ready for one because he's gonna send them to me. And when he does, I know what I have to do for me. And then that's the same thing because I have a 13-year-old girl. So I don't want her to be in to think just because she's lonely that she has to be with this person and be with that person. No, you don't. You can be by yourself. You can love on yourself. You don't need a man to be around to do whatever you want to do for yourself. Just love on you. Have a relationship with you first. Heal yourself first. Look on the inside of you first before you try to bring somebody else into the picture. That's it.
So in conclusion, B, what you got?
In conclusion, I think that you need to know yourself, date yourself, figure out what you actually want in a relationship. What do you bring to the table? Work on you first. And then that way, when you're meeting someone and you're dating, you can know off jump. If this ain't it and this ain't working, it's no need to stick around. If someone, because they'll show you, if you pay attention and think with your mind, like use your mind and think, not your feelings and your emotions, because the worst place to be is in your feelings. You're gonna make all the wrong decisions. If you let a man show you, because they gonna show you. If you pay attention, they gonna show you if they for you or not. And I just think you just gotta take your time and don't try to emulate nobody else in your family, social media, none of that. But a relationship is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing to have someone to share your world with and love on you and experience life. But y'all have to just be on the same page. And once again, communication is key. That's it.
You made a statement and you said what you bring to the table. See, and I'm about to touch on that because these people got the game messed up. First of all, you should
I
already
am the motherfucking
be.
table.
I want let me say, and this is my end conclusion. Matter of fact, but see, when you get out here and you get to dating, first of all, make sure you got something to bring to the table. Ain't no, it's 2023. Everything's hot. Do you understand? Every date you go on, that shit costs money. Okay, and at the end of the day, I'm not looking for nobody to take care of me. Because you should be already sufficient and grow, what you call it, at your big age. You should be able to take care of you first. If you're looking for somebody to take care of you, sweetheart, leave these people alone. It costs too much. We got to take care of our kids, and then I'm going to take on this shit with you? No. So you make sure that motherfucker got the same thing, the qualifications, whoever the motherfucker is, male or female, it doesn't matter. Make sure that individual has the same thing that you're bringing. Make sure they got it. If you got a house, they need a house. It ain't got to be a house, it'll be an apartment. I don't give a damn. You got a roof, they got a roof. You got a car, they got a car. You got a job, they better have a job. Like, what are you doing? See, some people, y'all pass up the simplest shit, because you want a relationship. Just to say you got somebody. Make sure the same shit that you bring it to the table, make sure that individual is bringing to the table. And please, women, I mean, and I'm going to say, please, individuals. Ain't nobody taking care of nobody in 2023. It's in their right motherfucking mind. It's too high. It costs too much. It's going to take all of us to do this, to make this motherfucking lifestyle work, to even go on these dates. It costs $30 to go to the fucking movies, and then you ain't getting no popcorn, no nachos, or nothing. That's just for the damn ticket. You think I'm about to play with you? No, ma'am, no, sir. Yes, come with something. Be an asset to somebody, or leave people the fuck alone. You looking for the doo-doo, just go doo-doo. There's people out here just doo-dooing. Yeah, but don't mess up genuine good people. Because you're using them and abusing them, and you're looking for somebody to take care of you. Take your broke ass on. Period. And that's in conclusion. Go ahead, somebody else in conclusion. That's what's my nerves. People be thinking they entitled. Like, just because she's a man or just because she's a woman. Listen here, Linda and gentlemen. It's hard out here. This shit is high. Milk is $5. Who? Sir, ma'am. Listen, we gonna work, baby. What you got, what I got. I done said it a plenty times. Honey, I ain't looking for nobody to take care of me. And if it's a male, man, or whoever, if it's a chick that you digging, and she always having you pay for something, it's something wrong there. I'm gonna say that. A real woman will pay for some shit. We fuck with you. We dig you. We real women. We go to work every day. Sometimes it's good to treat your significant other. Whatever it is, vice versa, whatever. And if you dealing with a partner that can't even give you that much, man, you better reevaluate. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my in conclusion. In conclusion, y'all.
In conclusion, invest in the sex store. Go get you a vibrator or a dildo. Get yours off. I mean, because it's just ain't all about stuff. If you ain't getting pleasure wise, you ain't got to make wrong decisions. You can please yourself in a whole different way by your own self. You don't need the hooks, the crooks, and it comes with less attitude, less gratification. It's just called, we just need to release something, right? You can release it for $49.95, and it works really great. And they got some that you can walk around with all day. They got some that you can just use in a shower. They got some that you can just use at the best of your own ability just to make sure that you're okay. So, we don't be having to be falling for extra bullshit. We don't got to use our hands anymore, ladies. They have toys with batteries. We can get to the highest mountaintop on our own and save less money, less heartbreak, less everything. If we're going to preach it, let's preach it right. We can play games with our own amusement part better than other people because we know what we like. It's called a triple A, double D. 7 works the best speed. Put it on there, try it, and get it off. I'm just saying, in conclusion.
Milo, please understand, we're unscripted, we're raw, we're real, regular, and relatable, folks. This too shall pass, RMF Podcast. Go ahead, Leela, in conclusion.
In conclusion, know the difference between a counterfeit and a real. Counterfeits gonna come. They're gonna come. They're gonna come. It don't matter if you on your best behavior, you're doing everything that you need to do. But them counterfeits are gonna come. But when that real one comes, you might think, well, he might be a counterfeit too. But at the same time, he's not a counterfeit. He's a real one. But them counterfeits are slimy. Just do you. I mean, love on yourself. Everybody need to love on themselves because everybody going through things. Love on yourself. Heal yourself. Fuck some relationships right now. We ain't got time for relationships. We ain't on it. In conclusion.
That's in conclusion. Okay, I'm gonna go to the fun, and then I'm gonna have to end this, y'all. It's after 12. I see my sister down here. I'm coming, sister. So just my family reunion today. Okay, let's go to some fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hate that this got to be short today, but what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? That's in the good bucket. What are you waiting for?
I need to go to the other bucket.
Well, bucket. Let's talk about it. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for?
Sweet South says she wait for her sister.
I know she lied. You're so welcome. No, I guess I don't know where that came in at, but what are you waiting for? I guess to live your best life. What are you waiting for before you take that career step? What are you waiting for before you start off on whatever it is that you've been wanting in your life, or whatever you're trying to accomplish? What are you waiting for to hit that goal? What are you waiting for? Let's go. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Who's supposed to do it? So that's what I'm looking at.
That's a good one. Yeah, I think that's more like a slap. Like, get the fuck up and do what you said you was gonna do.
Right.
So that's how I feel. Like, I feel like that. I feel like for me, it's you know what you need to do. You know what your goals are. What you waiting on? Stop saying, oh, I can't do this because I'm so used to this and I don't have time. You got time. You can do what you need to do. And this is me talking to myself. Like, I have different things that I keep saying I want to do and I want to work on, and I haven't been doing it. Why? Because I'm tired and I don't feel like it. It's time out for excuses. We just got to do what we need to do for ourselves to make ourselves better, whatever it is, whatever that goal is. Just do it. Just get the fuck up and start doing what you're supposed to do for you to make you better. Like, it's really time out for excuses. Because what we doing this for? If we love ourselves and we want to continue to grow and be better, then that's what we need to do. Stop making excuses for why we not doing what we doing. If you write the vision, make it plain, and then execute.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, what are you waiting on, Tasha? Shit. Look, shit.
Here we go.
That's what. What you waiting on, Tasha?
for them to stop cheating me out of my damn bets and run me my money. I'm waiting on them to give me my refund. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on everybody to stop being stuck on stupid and parked on dumb and move on and be positive and happy. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the High School Musicals to stop. I'm waiting on all of us to be united. I'm waiting on the world to stop being full of shit. I'm waiting on the White House to stop playing games with my real life. I'm waiting on people to stop acting like they know what they talking about and they just like got all of life mapped out. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on people to be real honest. I'm waiting on people just to be all of that. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on the game to start for me to hit this big ass bet so I can be like, we ain't going to motherfucking work on Monday, RMF. We going out to party. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on some real shit to pop off today. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. I don't know about y'all, but let's go, let's go, let's go. High five. I'm waiting on this bet to go through. Slay. Tell them what I'm waiting on, y'all. Let's go. Period.
What you waiting on, Leela?
I'm waiting on people to stop wasting time with their lives because we only get one life. So time wasted is time that you can't get back. So you only live once. Live your life. Do what you want to do. Be free. That's it.
I agree. That's what that's the only thing I got. I'm gonna live my life to the best every day. I'm gonna keep writing goals. I'm gonna keep accomplishing them goals. Why? Because it's my life and that's my stuff. You have to take accountability for yours, and I'm gonna take accountability for mine. If I fall, it's because I fail. It ain't because nobody else made me fail. That's just that on that. So I'm not waiting on anything because everything that I wrote down this year, I'm pretty much at the end of everything and accomplishing. So I'm definitely proud, and I'm definitely gonna hold my head up, and I'm definitely gonna keep putting new goals out. Every week and try to hit something and do something different. Anybody, I want to ask the comments. Go ahead. What y'all waiting on down here? I'm going to read y'all comments. I got time for you. I'm definitely, hey, there's nothing else left for me to do on this earth but to continue to live, to continue to have a good vibe, continue to love on people, continue to encourage folks, continue to tell my testimony, continue to tell my story, continue to, just be a blessing and a light and just let God use me in whichever capacity it is, whether I'm at the bar over here kicking it or if I'm over here, spitting knowledge and, just vibing out with y'all. That's what I'm going to do. And that's just that on that. The divorce and custody battle to be over. Understandable. What else? Come on, y'all. This is y'all time. What are you waiting for? Down in the comments. I'm inviting you guys. We're gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Yeah. Yes. I'm not waiting on anything for it. I'm just excited. I'm telling you, when you got your shit together, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all the way together, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect in no shape, form, or fashion. But when you got your shit together and you got your goals lined up and you ain't taking no for an answer and you're not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to blame Stink. I'm not going to blame RMF. I'm not going to blame anybody. When shit went sour last week, I come back and we bounce back this week. That's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? Period. Yes, we continue to be a blessing to others. I definitely will. But what are y'all waiting on? I want to get in y'all business. Y'all part of this podcast. Y'all down there. Come on, let's put a comment section. Then I'm going to get up off this thing. What else? Y'all want to add some more? Yes, I'm for next Friday. Payday Life. Good, though. That's okay. 22 lessons. Welcome in, too. You somebody new. To reach my next financial goal. Period, Slay. I'm with you on that. I receive it. Me, too. What else?
22 lessons says, I'm waiting for pure, genuine love from the world. I'm sick of this shit here. First of all, don't look at the world. The world is everybody in the world is not good. So you can't look at the world. Pure, genuine love, you get that pure, genuine love out if that's what you want in return. Don't wait for the world to give it to you because they will never give it to you. It'll never come.
Somebody said, waiting on my husband to stop being petty before he's by himself. And we'll continue to lift you and your husband up in prayer. That's a personal decision. You know what I'm saying? That's your life, and we just going to continue to pray for you, Miss Robbie. I'm waiting to be okay about losing my mom. I'm still hurt. DDC, I'm going to tell you right now, that's an individual thing as well. I'm never, just because I'm strong don't mean I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, I pray peace over you in that area of your life. I just want to live the rest of my days in peace and Miss Francis, I don't know if that next last word is, but most definitely, listen, it's not a game. When I say I'm about to be, I'm peaceful as a motherfucker. Yeah, if I come out the bag, baby, I come out the bag. But at the end of the day, that's it. Nothing but love and peace. What up, Keisha? So, with that, everybody that wanted to share everything, ain't nobody else saying nothing. I will upload this podcast a little later once I get back home. The other podcast for Monday is on there on the YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Hold on. Waiting on my beans to get done. It's always a brother. It's always a brother, man. I ain't mad at you, bro. I know they gonna be good. I sent it too fast. You okay? You okay? So I love everybody. Thank you so much, Leela, Brittany, Tasha, most definitely RMF. You ladies give me hope all the time. Thank you, ladies. Most definitely. All love to you guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my family. It's our family reunion. I got the soda and the pop. Listen, let me tell you what I did. I see, you know, I know I'll be like the elder said, I had that shit there 2 weeks ahead of time. Now listen, I waited because I knew I wasn't cooking nothing, y'all. I knew I wasn't gonna be on the cooking list. So therefore, I text this morning. Was like, what do we need? They was like, bring drinks. So my response was adult drinks or sodas. They said sodas, V. I said, okay. So, I had to ask,
You gotta be clear.
Yeah, so now
Right.
I don't know. My bag. Don't be in my bag when I get there. But it's all love to you guys. I'm going to go out and hang out with my family. Hold on.
Have
I've
fun,
enjoyed you,
B.
ladies. I have enjoyed
Yes,
myself. I definitely
have fun.
will. Love you, ladies. I love y'all, too. The podcast was good today. Yes, I will definitely upload it. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you guys later. I'll come on later.
Bye, B. Be
Bye,
safe. Have
babies.
fun.
Thank you, Tasha.
Bye.
Thank you, Leela. And thank you, B.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for the
You're
back on.
welcome.
And definitely to the RML family, baby. Thank you. Love you guys. See you.
Bye.
Love everybody.